Okay, so I'm going to go through example 4. Example 4 is an application from being able to do a complete square. So let's try to recap. So by the time you hit example 4, you should be able to do a complete square properly. So remember the purpose of completing square. So these are the three purposes of a completing square. So one of the main thing about the complete square is to get the maximum and minimum. And only for A math, you'll be used to explain question. And later on, right, this part will be used in the real world context. So, okay, E math, you don't really require to do too much of an explanation. Okay, so in this question, example 4, I'm supposed to show there's a quadratic function. I'm supposed to show that it's greater or equal to -7. So, okay, so based on the quadratic function, I'm going to do a complete square. So, okay, do your basic steps of completing square. So you should be able to get something like this. So from the complete square, one of the purpose is to be able to tell the maximum or minimum. So in this situation, right, from here, this is actually my minimum value. So you can deduce the minimum value of the function, of the quadratic function, to be -7. So when we say the minimum value is -7, it means that this function is -7 or more. That means the lowest is -7. So it will be -7 or more. Therefore, x squared plus 4x minus 3 is greater or equal to -7. So that is how we utilize complete square. How we utilize complete square to explain such thing. So you can try it on the next question. You will actually need to explain why this function is always negative. So you actually got to complete square for this function. Okay, so be careful if you're going to be completing square for this. Okay, reshuffle them first. And make sure you remember to factorize out the -5. Okay, and you try to do the complete square. Eventually, you should get something like this. So this is the maximum value. So this is the maximum value of this. Okay, and you see whether it helps you to explain why is it negative. So you give it a try for this practice question. So we utilize the thing about complete square. So complete square can't tell you much. It can just tell you the maximum and the minimum. So later on, this idea will be translated to some real world context. So just bear in mind, whenever you complete square, you are trying to extract out the maximum or minimum value.